happened?
Electricity flicked off all over the world.
John, Paul, George and Ringo, the Beatles. No. Stop it. Yesterday. It's one of the greatest songs ever written.
Well, it's not Coldplay. It's not Fix You.
Do you genuinely not know who the Beatles are?
Genuinely.
Then I'm in a really complicated situation.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you something.
Hi, we should talk. See, we pay and you write songs and then you make a ton of money. And then we take most of it.
The one, the only Jack Mallet! We would like you to write something right now.
I've been waiting half my life for you to wake up and love me. But I'm a school teacher and you are the world's greatest singer-songwriter.
I'm not.
Except for you are.
It's going to be the... Let's see how this plays out, shall we?
There's something you should know.
Please make some noise for Mr. Jack Mallet! Let me just give you this advice.
It is widely recognized that a stable and enabling environment plus a supportive government are key factors to actualize business success in any economy. Startups as well as the small, medium, macro and micro enterprises, SMEs, are generally regarded as the driving force towards this reality. In order for local businesses to flourish, improve job creation, attract foreign investment and deal with poverty issues, the Nigerian government established the Ease of Doing Business initiative in the country. However, business owners in the country have continued to decry the many challenges they encounter in their operations. Therefore, to achieve the ease of doing business in Nigeria, government, alongside the private sector, is tasked with identifying and addressing the bottlenecks to this initiative. In light of this enviable development, BONAVIEW is putting together a special TV spotlight on the ease of doing business in Nigeria. On BONAVIEW today, we will be listening to notable industry operators on ease of doing business in Nigeria. Babatunde is the managing partner, DEB and co-chartered accountant.
Coming in at this time, I must tell you, is tough, but it's very interesting. Interesting in the sense that it's a terrain that I'm very familiar with. You know, I haven't been in this sector for over 30 years. Competition is something you need to face in life if you must grow. And let me tell you that the market is well regulated. The market can accommodate as many people as possible. It's not a monopolistic market. You know, it's a highly regulated professional service firm industry, and I I plan to create my own market share by the quality of service I render and by getting very close to my client so that I can tackle whatever keeps them awake at night. Integrity and quality. Integrity is number one, it's a core value. But once you lack integrity, then you lose everything. So integrity is the watchword, efficiency and effectiveness. Our niche cut across both small, medium enterprises and the big global companies. The tilapia of yesterday is the whale shark of today. All of them are feeding, and they are feeding fine. They are growing. But suffice to tell you that I'm coming with this special innovation of getting very close to my client. The big firm, they invest more in technology, but that will not preclude me from coming in also with a technology that will serve the medium companies better. I want to select my clients. I want to be sure that they have integrity. I want to be sure that they have potentials, and then I will bring to them services that will make us to grow together. And tomorrow, by the time I'm becoming a whale shark, they are also a whale shark in their own industry. The big firm are already big, and they are hunting for very big clients. Yes, I'm starting newly, and I'm targeting big, and I'm focusing more on the medium companies, so that we can also grow together. Ease of doing business, generally in Nigeria, increasing transparency and fairness in commercial environment. We must be transparent in the way we do business, because if the environment is not transparent, I mean, nobody would like to bring his funds from a sector that developed economy to a growing economy where there is no transparency and where there is no fairness. And then there must be level playing ground, level playing field, predictable economic policies and strict observance of rule of law. The areas of the economy. One, infrastructure. Do we have the correct infrastructure? If the infrastructure is not there, then it will affect your ease of doing business. Accessibility to loanable funds. If it's not available, then you won't like to. And then talking about the foreign direct investment, they are looking at the ease of repatriating their returns, and also the taxation system must be well defined. It's no use having multiplicity of taxation. And then security. Security is key. Security is very key. It affects the ease of doing business in any country. Electricity is here, I would say, in this country. When you are doing your business, you are looking at about 4 levels, if not 3 levels of generating your electricity. If you don't do it, you will be frustrated. If the government focuses on this, then it will encourage even foreign investors. It will even encourage local investors from going into business. And when you have people coming into business, you are having foreign direct investment, you are talking of you creating employment. When you are talking of the latest technology, you are talking of artificial intelligence, you are talking of robotics, you are talking of analytics. Okay? And in the financial service industry, any bank that is still relying on the traditional banking method is already out of the game. So if a bank is not investing in that technology, that bank is like a blind man in a very vibrant market. The others will be making it, but that bank will be blind, and before you get to know, the bank will be out of operation.
Ignatius Oyema is the MD CEO, Pathway Financial and Consultancy Services Limited.
Well, Pathway Financials, we're into the financial sector. Basically, we're into consulting, accounting, and training. But our key subject area is finance, consulting in financial sector of the economy, getting people to start to know how to keep their financial records correct and how to access funding for their businesses. We like taking on young businessmen who are who are in need of finances to take their business to a better level. We tend to advise them very well that money, you could get a loan of 5 million, 10 million, you think it's much, but if you don't apply it very well, you find out that 5, 10 million will just vanish. We try to give them the best advice on how to manage their funding very well. And the key thing is that we try to explain to them that keep your business separate from your personal finances. I would say we have done fairly well. The sector has been able to support business, but not to the expectation of most businesses, especially the medium and small scale business, who find it difficult to access funds. And I think that the more the banks support the small and medium scale businesses, then the better for those businesses and the better too for the bank, and at the end, then the aggregate, the best for the economy. What government can do in the sense that the businesses we do, most of our clients are medium and small clients, and government should ensure that they are having a good banking relationship. Banks where these clients, our clients here, can have access to banks, to banking fund easily. That is key for them. And for us as professionals in that industry, we also need government support in ensuring that things are working in favor of both the small scale industries and medium scale people there. We charge in line with the volume and the type of business. We try to be competitive. But where the business looks very good, we will be prepared to lower our costs and even spread the pricing that at the end of the day, when we have achieved what you need and the business is doing well, you can pay us at the end. But if we say we're going to charge you 5%, for an example, and we think that your business may not be able to pay it for now, we can say, okay, you pay 2% now, and if this business is doing well, we can say, okay, go ahead, pay this 2%, and when you are successful, and we are part of the success story of your business, we will now get the other aspect.
Lasisi Nuruddin is the country manager, Allah Aqua.
Allah Aqua Nigeria Limited is a subsidiary of Allah Aqua Group, which is a Danish company that specifically produces fish feed for aquaculture. So this is what we do. We provide innovative feed and feeding program for aquaculture. And when we say aquaculture, specifically here in Nigeria, we talk about catfish and tilapia. And of course, our portfolio of products ranges for over 60 species of fish nationwide. Well, in Allah Aqua worldwide, we have a general saying which says, let's grow together. And this is basically, it summarizes our vision, because growing together with our customer is an integral part of our company, and it's our philosophy. The mission of our Aqua Group and globally is for us to develop and produce fish feed in partnership with farmers. When we say produce in partnership, that means we want to produce what the farmers want. Because if we've been producing a product and it has been self-sustenance for over 60 years, there is one thing that has been sustaining us and make us relevant, which is the quality. Our product it gives results under a short period of time, that means we are talking about innovativeness that we put into the product. So that's what stands us out. Use our product with a short gestation period, the fish are ready, and also the bottom line, which is maximum yield and profitability. In Nigeria here, we have 2 categories of products that we have, and when I say 2 categories of products, we have the hatchery pack, which are the feed that they use for feeding the infants, like the hatchlings. When you hatch, the hatchery people that operate the hatcheries, when they produce the fries, we have category of feed for them, which are the baby, we call them the baby feed. You know, like we have the ala futura, ala infa, and also we have the grow out stage, the one that you use for matured feed, for you to rear them from nursery, after they graduate from nursery to table size. So that one we called it ala clara float or ala sana float, depending, because we have 2 categories of product. We have for catfish and we have for tilapia. So those are the summary of the product. Aquaculture industry is an important industry which we all need to develop, because we need to feed our population. We need to sustain, you know, our feeding program. So definitely aquaculture is a multi-billion-dollar business that is even a continuous business. It's not a business that's going to extinct, because in as much as we need to keep existing by eating, then fish come first, and aquaculture, which the government is seriously promoting now, is very essential. We deal directly with farmers, because they are the ones that consume our products. The farmers that are rearing fish, be it catfish, be it tilapia or other species of feed. The federal government has been, you know, talking about the ease of doing business in Nigeria, which of course we need to give credit to the federal government for making, you know, for creating the platform for the foreign investors and even the local investors to thrive. But of course too, there is no way you want to do that there won't be some hiccup or hindrances that will slow down especially most recent is the one that we encountered early in the year and towards late last year, which was congestion at the port. We all know that, you know, we have only one route to the port and many business activities happening there. So these are some of the constraints. And of course too, we know that our regulatory body too, they are trying, but we still want to employ them to do more in terms of enforcement, because there should be regulation in the industry to make sure that we certify what type of product is coming into the country and to what benefit is given to the farmers. It is applicable to all the players in the industry, be it importer or maybe you are producing locally. So foreign exchange is an hiccup, which we hope that the federal government will have a special window.
Ayodele Ogobi is the Managing Director, Tyndale's Travels and Tours.
Yeah, Tyndale Travels and Tour, like the name implies, a tour company that offers tour packages to different parts of the world. We are not limited to just leisure, but to other things such as educational tours, events, seminars, medical tours, ticketing, and visa and assistance. It's like a one-stop shop for anything travels. Nigeria as a country, we don't have any reason, our youths have no reason being unemployed. In the course of my travels, I went to Ikogosi, Warm Spring, and when I got there, I realized that the youths in this area, for instance, do not need to come to Lagos. What they need to do is to develop tourism in that area, whereby you found a lot of houses closed. What they need to do is just develop it and operate a functional guest house. And some of the youths could be orators, taking you around, telling you the histories of whatever they have in that locality, or start making curios, souvenirs. What they need to do is just stay where they are and develop tourism in that locality. Same thing in all the tourist sites we have all over Nigeria. It will also reduce, if not eradicate, rural-urban migration. You know, if tourism is being developed in all these localities, then our youths have no business being unemployed. I think even up until late last year, we could see that a lot of companies, a lot of businesses are taking advantage of that. And it has also helped people either coming into business, being more self-reliant, and you now see people more doing more businesses than before. You know, what we need more for government to do is to extend that window of opportunity and to do more. You know, there should be no timeline for this. It should just be a continuation of the policy, whereby after a while you sit down to evaluate and adjust and expand so that more businesses can, you know, benefit from this.
Olarewaju Ogunkunle is the CEO, co-founder, RevoCube Technologies.
RevoCube Technologies, as the name implies, is a technology company, and we focus so much on web services, but our core industry is education. So we've been dealing with education technology. So every of our solutions, most of our solutions are geared towards the ease of the education systems, the education institutions in Nigeria. I would say I benefited a large extent from the government. I started in a hub then, owned by the government. And so I just come to work and pay a stipend for a quarter or per annum. My internet is covered, power is covered. So if such models can be replicated all across Nigeria, and over time, there was time that it was so concentrated in Lagos and some other parts of the country were not really benefiting from such infrastructure. If such can be replicated across several centers all over Nigeria and the geopolitical zones, that would be very beneficial. Another thing I would say was very beneficial, or is still very beneficial, that the government did, was the voluntary asset declaration scheme initiated then. A lot of startups can't even have enough funds to run the business, let alone pay some dues that they didn't know they were to pay, apart from the regular VAT, taxes and all that. They can't even afford to hire an accountant before the applications came to create some basic accounting. So by the time that came in, a lot of small businesses could quickly accumulate, cover up and recover to pay all the outstanding bill debts without any fine. So it really helped people to put structure into their business and make sure that things are in place. So such things can really be replicated and be extended as long as possible to make sure that small businesses thrive here in Nigeria, especially tech businesses in Nigeria. The bottlenecks are different now. The major challenge we face in the tech space now, in my own word, is infrastructure. Infrastructure in terms of facilities to help those who are starting afresh. They have a good idea, but they don't have the resources to push it through. That's one. And second is as simple as power. When the first set of revenue, about 60% of it is going to power alone. You're buying diesel and all that. And some of those costs cannot be transferred directly to the customers because it is a new product. You're trying to gain ground in the market, trying to gain customer trust, you're trying to gain continuity. So it's usually a very laborious task. And the last one that every tech business needs is internet. The penetration of internet, and apart from penetration of internet, how affordable is it? So those are the major bottlenecks I see in the tech space now to start a tech business here in Nigeria.
Ahmad Mukoshi is the Chief Technical Officer, GigaLayer.
GigaLayer is a service provider for SMEs and enterprise, covering the challenges of getting online and also expanding across Africa. We provide services ranging from servers to email solutions to domain registrations, and almost trying to cover up the space for getting your businesses online. So basically that's what we do. And it's been a vision for me to build a tech company. Being an entrepreneur right from school, I've always wanted to build a company that would serve other people. It will be my happiest moment to see how
services or tools that are built are now helping other people and enabling them to carry out more in their dreams and goals and achievements. Literally the whole space is a bottleneck. Yesterday during work, light just went out, poof. I was in the middle of a very important work and we had to use an inverter, and inverter was like down at that time, so light went off instantly. Before the gen came back on, I was already losing what I was doing. So you can see power is a problem, you know, lots of things really. Internet to begin with, this will be the third time we'll be installing internet service in our office, different vendor, trying to find who would serve us better. So there's a lot of like hurdles that we've been crossing one after the other every single day. So I think there's room for improvement. The government could do a lot better. However, my opinion is always in the space that government can do its best, but collaboration and support within the ecosystem is also good. For example, Nigerian companies can patronize more Nigerian companies to get better. And we may see improvement once this kind of understanding is put in place, where if I need a service, I don't look for a foreign company to provide it for me. There's a lot of competition in our space, and choosing a service provider, especially when it comes to IT, is very tricky. However, we have achieved some level of trust in the market, and we have a lot of evangelist customers who refer more customers, and we provide an exceptional quote-unquote support service, which is top-notch, and people have already commented on that, and it's all over the internet. So once you're able to search for us, you will find a good response to give you recommendation.
Excuse me, can you buy some booze for my friends and I?
Not interested.
Please?
Hell.
Ooh, there's